Proper running technique includes keeping the hip, knee, and ankle in straight alignment without the knee caving in or the feet whipping out to the side. Start in an athletic stance with a slight bend at the knee, leading with the right foot, sidestep pushing off with the left foot or back leg. When you drive off with the back leg, be sure that the hip, knee, ankle are all in a straight line. Switch sides at half field. While running backwards, land on your toes without snapping the knee back. Stay on your toes and keep the knees slightly bent at all times. This calf stretch is shown utilizing a slant board. Ensure that both heels remain in contact with the board at all times and slightly lean the torso forward until a stretch in the calf is felt. Reach back with your right hand and grab the front of your right ankle. Bring your heel to your buttocks, making sure that your knee is pointed down toward the ground. Keep your right leg close to your left and do not allow your knee to wing out to the side. Also, do not bend at the waist. This would be incorrect form as she is not keeping her knee parallel to the floor and also as she starts to bend forward at the waist. Sit on the ground with your right leg extended out in front of you. Bend your left knee and rest the bottom of your foot on your right inner thigh. With a straight back, try to bring your chest towards your knee. If you can, reach down towards your toes and pull them up toward your head. Do not bounce. A static stretch should be constant and not include bouncing. Spread your legs evenly apart and slowly lower yourself to the center with the straight back. You want to feel a stretch in your inner thigh. Now reach toward the right with the right arm and bring your left arm overhead to stretch over to the right. Hold the stretch and repeat on the opposite side. Lunge forward leading with your left leg. Drop your right knee down towards the ground and place your hands on top of your left thigh, leaning forward with your hips. The hips should remain square with your shoulders. From a lunge position, push off with your right leg and lunge forward with your left leg. Drop the knee straight back in order to keep your front knee over your ankle. Do not allow your knee to cave inward. With your ankle supported, lean forward, leading with your hips and a straight back. Your knee, hip, and shoulder should be in a straight line as you lean towards the ground. Standing, bend the left knee up and maintain your balance. Slowly rise up on your right toes with a good balance. You may hold your arms out ahead of you in order to help. Stand with a 6-inch cone to your left. Hop to the left over the cone softly, making sure to land on the balls of your feet and also bending at the knee. Repeat this exercise hopping back to the right. In this slow motion clip, you can see the athlete accelerate up, jumping over the cone and landing on the balls of her feet, rolling back towards her heel with proper knee flexion at her knee joint, maintaining knee balance over the ankle. It is important that when the athlete lands, she maintains a neutral knee balance and not allow her knees to cave inward. Here, the athlete does not have a soft landing or proper knee flexion during the land. Hop over the cone, landing softly on the balls of your feet and bending at the knee. Now hop backwards over the ball using the same landing technique. Hop over the cone, landing on the ball of your foot, bending at the knee. Now hop backwards over the cone using the same landing technique. Be careful not to snap your knee back to straighten it. You want to maintain a slight bend to the knee.
Okay.
Stand forward with your hands at your side. Slightly bend the knees and push off, jumping straight up. Remember the proper landing technique, accept the weight on the balls of your feet and with a slight bend of the knee. Lunge forward, leading with your right leg. Keep your knee over your ankle. Now push off with your right foot and propel your left leg forward into a lunge position. Be sure your knee does not cave in or out. It should be stable and directly over the ankle. Remember the proper landing technique, accept the weight on the ball of your foot and with a slight bend to the knee. Starting at the first cone, sprint forward to the second cone and backpedal back to the starting cone. Then sprint forward again to the third cone and then backpedal again to the starting cone. Face forward and run to the first cone on the right. Pivot off the right foot and run to the second cone. Now pivot off the left leg and continue on to the third cone. Make sure the outside leg does not cave in. Keep a slight bend to the knee and make sure your knee stays over the ankle joint. Start on the sideline and run with your knees up towards your chest. Bring your knees up high, landing on the ball of your foot with a slight bend at the knee and a straight hip.